Hello, so today I will be talking about enterprise, a part of business. So in order to understand enterprise, we need to know what does business do and its purpose. Uh, First of all, what business do is identify the needs of customers or other firms and then produce consumer produce goods and services for the same for customers. This production part can comes in form of buying the materials to create buying the materials to uh, create the goods or buying or hiring laborers for services. And most importantly, a business need to create value. What create value mean is that they need to somehow a make something cost more than how much it cost. So uh, an example of this is that uh, if you're a business and you bought some food ingredients with the cost of $5. What's creating value here is that you need to use those ingredients to make more to get more money out of it. Create value to like create a food that despite only costing $5 to buy the ingredients will cost $10. Create value can also come in form of advertising and increasing the the house. For example, if a cafe is a lot more like well established and a lot bigger uh, and is a lot more well designed, then you can sell the cafe for $15 instead of the normal $10 that others would want others would want. Advertising is also a form of great value because you can sell more, and which means that despite despite the ratio between the product and the ingredients stays the same, you also get much more. Uh, Next to what business do, we also need to know what business needs. So here are a few of the main one. Land, which includes the space that you need to put your buildings in. Uh, this this can the site for buildings, but it can also comes in form of raw materials. Capitals are oftenly finance, which you need the money you need for like to keep the business up. Factories of or factories, offices, and machines. Government here is what you need to uh, what you need to do with the government. For example, roads, rails, or airport, uh, and they also need to follow the law and order of the government. And sometimes school and colleges are also requires government to help out. Next thing, enterprise. Yes, enterprise, which is oftenly includes people who makes the massive decisions or people who takes risk for the takes risk as well as coordinators. Uh, Other than that, there's also laborers. Laborers can either be unskilled or skilled, either be temporary or permanent as well. And lastly, they need a customers to be able to sell their products to and suppliers to supply the in materials that they need. So next, I'll be talking about entrepreneur and how to start an enterprise. So firstly, most entrepreneurs uh, have a new idea or an attempt to adapt uh, a business into a adapt a business in a way that nobody has tried before. An example for a new idea for an enterprise may be uh, something creative, like if you want to put food into a cafe or something like that, or an attempt to adapt in a way no one has done before, like how you try to how you want to put food into a cafe. So uh, so to be an entrepreneur, you need a lot of skills. Firstly, you need innovation. You need to be able to put in a something new, something fresh into the scene for people to see. This requires original ideas and the skill for innovation. Nextly, commitment. You need to be committed to your idea. Uh, this go along with self-confidence, as you need to be committed and be confident about your idea to never give up and don't and have the ability to bounce back, to come back after falling over. To be multi-skilled, to be skilled in many fields, uh, able to promote the product, sell it, and keep account. Nextly, leadership. You need to have the ability, leadership skills. You need to have the skills of a leader to be able to lead this enterprise to success. And lastly, you need to take a risk. A big part of entrepreneur is doing something new, something fresh, and you need to take a lot of risk when doing something that haven't been proved to be successful in the past. And some challenges you may have to overcome is firstly finance. You may struggle to find the you may struggle to be able to keep the business up with because you don't have a lot of money at first. Nextly, competition. There is a lot of people who are going to who have the same side of the business, the same field of the business as you do, and you need to compete with them, which go hand in hand with customer base. When you start, not a lot of people is going to know you, so you need to try your best to build up a customer base as fast as possible. After that, the lack of record keeping can also be proved to be a challenge as well. As you don't have a lot of record, you are not going to be able to answer a lot of questions, as well as having be able to ask a lot of record. The records can also be useful uh, for the customer trust, and the lack of them can be very can prove to be a difficulty, difficult. Lastly, the changes in environment, which means that which is that the environment around you changes. As new competitors comes up, legals, the laws of your country changes, or the technology, some technological breakthrough has happened, which of this can be a main main one most important reasons that an entrepreneur fail. So you need to take all this into account. Lastly, I want to touch through something that is also an enterprise, which is social enterprises. This is something that can be often mistaken to a charity. However, they are not the same. Social enterprise are a kind of business. Charity, charity is that is a form of uh, something that both social enterprise and charity work to help a side of this world, either people with disabilities or some issues with the earth. However, the difference is that when charities ask for outside help by paying money, as you can see, most charities ask you to pay money to help these people. Social enterprises don't do that most of the time. What they do is that they create an enterprise, a business, and use the salary that they have for the reasons. These objectives may come in the three main forms as economic, which is to make a profit, to reinvest back into the business and provide some return to owners. Secondly, social, to provide jobs or support for the disabilities. And lastly is environmental, to protect the environment and manage the business in an environmentally sustainable way. So that's the most of the main ideas you need to know about enterprise. Thank you for listening.